Hi, it's Javier, and I'm here with the best co-op games to play with non-gaming partners. Basically, what should you play after It Takes Two? With the critically acclaimed success of It Takes Two, I got to thinking what other games are really good in co-op. But then I thought, no, what co-op games are best if your partner, friend, dog doesn't like video games, or at least doesn't play them? So I'm just going to give a quick run through of the best games I think you should play with a non-gaming partner. Now, I definitely wouldn't put It Takes Two in this category because despite being cute and charming, it definitely has some very difficult segments and bosses which will most likely challenge even the most experienced gamer or, you know, me and Mike. I've spoken before about the fact that Animal Crossing cracked the spell for my missus' lack of gaming, so let's start there.
Super Mario themed items are coming to your island.
Animal Crossing. This is almost definitely the best game on the list for someone who doesn't pick up a controller that often. As described in the video at Christmas time, I got it for my fair lady at Christmas last year and we spent a lot of time drinking port, eating cheese and buying pointless shit for our island. I'll be honest, we pretty much abandoned it after mid-Jan, but now it's had various updates and there's an Easter Bunny and Mario gear and all sorts. It's had a bit more playtime again. The best thing about it, there's nothing difficult about it at all. All you're doing is walking around, catching bugs and fish and having a merry time. Now, of course, this may not excite those of us who enjoy action RPGs, but it's perfect for someone who wants to get into gaming. For me, I still enjoy playing it as a co-op game and occasionally late at night watching TV. Anyway, this is most definitely a good one to play together and it could be a good gift. Wink wink. Mario Kart 8 or Mario Party. I mean, they are essentially just party games. One of them is actually called Party. I think there's a good in-between in terms of the difficulty of these games. This is easily the easiest and most nerfed Mario Kart, but does make it very accessible for people that don't play that many games. I personally enjoy both of these the most with a drink or two. Drinks seem to keep coming up in this list. For us, a Grand Prix on Mario Kart is usually our pre-drinks, usually before we can't see more than 2 meters in front of our face and can't tell left from right. Anyway, I know they aren't co-op, but let's hope that one of you doesn't get too competitive and ruin a relationship forever. Mario Party can definitely drag a bit, but the minigames could be seen as good ways of getting used to lots of different controls in one go, plus it has some pretty fun side games. Overcooked. I feel like it would be odd at this point if you hadn't at least tried Overcooked 1, 2 or one of its clones, such as Tools Up, Moving Out, Totally Reliable Delivery Service. But in case you haven't, Overcooked is a game where you must get meals out to customers who are ordering non-stop, but set within insane scenarios which make it almost impossible to actually cook the meals. You've probably seen videos. It's definitely more challenging than the first two on the list, and you may only be able to get so far within the game, but it's definitely a good one to try. The fun insanity is challenging and will most certainly test your communication skills, but will surely make you stronger if you can make it through and cook all those meals or deliver all those parcels. Sort of ditto. I hadn't heard of this game until pretty recently. It's essentially a really easy, light side-scrolling RPG. It has your typical hero story, evil overlord, world-going bad vibe, with damage numbers, etc. What's especially fun is that you can play as a team, or a pair I should say, and take on many groups of enemies who want to kill you. It's a good one to play together as the more experienced one can take on more of the combat, whilst the other one rolls around in the bushes. This is a very cool game, but be warned, it could be one more for the experienced gamer and the other one could get bored. Totally not speaking from personal experience here. Until Dawn or Man of Medan. Or Medan? Why wouldn't you want to combine being responsible for saving each other with getting the bejesus scared out of you? Whilst elements of the game can be challenging, it would provide a lot of fun for the non-experienced one to kill off all of your characters as they can't time their button presses. Personally, I'm a big fan of that. If you haven't played these games, you're responsible for taking a group of characters with some famous faces to boot through a playable horror film, controlling a character each via a split screen, to try and get them all to the end of it. I'm personally of the opinion that these games are truly inspired, especially if you're a fan of horror movies. Whilst they have a very B-movie feel, this makes it all the more enjoyable. Why not find an inexperienced scaredy cat and surprise them with one of these?
What's your plan?
It's my plan, and I decide what goes down. You got that?
Yeah.
A Way Out. Speaking of inspired games, A Way Out will give you a co-op experience like no other, not only with ingenious gameplay but also with a twisty-turny story. Now, much like It Takes Two, this may well not be for someone who hasn't played a ton of games or gets frustrated when they're a bit too complex. However, it cannot be missed and it could be a game that you work towards, maybe one at the end of this list. A Way Out is a story of two absolute lads that escape from prison. You will play one of them each as you go on the run, learning more about each other and yourself. Not only does the game jump seamlessly from exploration to combat to puzzle solving, but it also has loads of fun minigames for you to get competitive with. I hadn't played a co-op game like it before, but only It Takes Two has matched it. Joseph Fares is the god of co-op and needs to be on every co-op game ever created. What do you think of my list? Are there some glaringly obvious games I'm missing here? Or have I hit the nail on the head with these co-op games for non-gamers? Please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe as it really helps us out.